Hey, I want to make a video talking about how grateful I am, how this is a beautiful day out, and also that I'm going to try to complain less overall. I think it's much more healthy for me to not complain. I'm also going to try to stop criticizing. I learned from an elder that when you criticize others, you could be completely right in your criticism, but then people are going to start looking at you and they're going to start thinking about criticizing you, and then you're going to look worse because you're criticizing others. You just become a target. So I'm going to try to stop criticizing others, especially those who can't handle criticism very well, and only criticize those who want my critique, who ask for it, unless I'm negotiating. And then when I come from a negotiating perspective, I cannot negotiate from a perspective of being angry at the other person, even if they're doing completely wrong and incorrect stuff, because other people are not necessarily going to be rational. Like sometimes people, they look at how you reacted instead of what you said. You know, if you're a machine, if you're an intelligent machine or an intelligent human being, you think about what's been said, not how it's said. But then there's a lot of people who get offended because you call them names or stuff like that. Even though it's an accurate description of what they are, they still get offended at it. Like, for example, I know some people who like to micromanage, and some people who like to bully. And then the bullies, I call them autistic, because typically you aren't following social convention when you're bullying other people. You're not negotiating, and it's bad because it makes it so that people don't care about human rights anymore. They just bully whoever they want, and when they get older, they're going to be frail. People are going to be able to bully you because everyone gets old, and if they remember that you were a bully when you were younger, they'll be much more likely to be able to bully you when you're older, when you're senile and being. It just what goes around comes around. So I have to learn that even if a person is completely wrong, I still have to treat them with respect. Not necessarily because I like them, but because it's just what's gonna give me the best benefits. Because this guy that I absolutely dislike is more likely to treat me better and stop sabotaging my life if I just be nice and stay calm and just be kind of be more rational and not want to. I can't assume that the person is a better person than they actually are. When I'm insulting someone, I'm assuming that they can handle my insults and that they're not going to be offended and act like they're not going to just attack me because I'm insulting them, because the insults actually have a lot of grain of truth to them. Like if I call someone autistic, I'm not trying to offend them. I'm actually trying to describe them. But if I try to start, I have to be aware of how I say it. That's the main thing. Because a lot of the times I just have to stop saying insults, even if they're accurate, because people get offended.